Hello! We're going to do a tabletop review today of a couple of Kydex holsters that are popular in the market today. Tech and Comp-Tac are two well-known producers of Kydex holsters. I use Kydex holsters and have used them for, 15 plus years. The reason I like them is they maintain the shape of the gun, and when you're presenting the weapon and you're doing anything with it and you go to reholster, that holster is going to take the gun. Unlike some leather holsters which lose the shape, yeah, they're flat. The problem is once that leather holster, unless specifically designed to hold the shape, will actually collapse, and that can be a safety issue when holstering your firearm. These guns have all been safety checked. We'll do that again as we go along, but there's a couple of magazines up there. None of the magazines have any ammunition. There's no ammunition whatsoever in this area. So we are safe, but we will continue to treat these guns as we should, as if they were loaded, and as we do our checks. So the first thing I want to speak to are these holsters on the left. These are Tech design. The Tech has been around for a while, and this is a Glock unloaded Glock 35 and 40 Smith & Wesson. But the Tech holsters give you this ability right here to tighten the tension, and this was a Rube Goldberg approach that I did to add a little distance because it was really close to my body, and some of the IDPA stuff I was shooting I was not getting able to get in there, so I just glued some pieces of old belt together and stuck them on there. It's not too pretty looking, but it works. The Tech has a design, so they give you these little plastic clips that sort of fit in there, and they fill the space if you want to go to a smaller belt size. So that is a nice feature. Again, Tech, they work very well. I've had good success with them. They do use, again, these hex screws, which work fine. You can adjust the tension of the holster in terms of how much you want it. It doesn't come out. I can adjust it that way, so it's tight enough, but not too tight. One nice thing about the Tech holsters is if you get one that fits the full-size gun, it is not as tightly shaped as you'll see with the other holster by Comp-Tac. What that allows you to do is basically take a smaller gun. In this case we have a Glock 19, okay, and the Glock 19 will still fit just fine in there. Now there's a space down here, and I would have to tighten it. There's a little bit of movement here, but that is nice. So if you're going to buy one holster, Tech is a good way to go because it doesn't have the total matching like you get on the Comp-Tac holsters. You'll see down there. It allows you to use multiple firearms, assuming the largest firearm you have is longer than any of the other ones. One thing I did try for a while with the Tech holsters was something called a fits-all. Now this is the same concept, but basically you've cut off this. So you've got a holster that will allow the end of the gun to come through. My concern with that, I shot a couple of training classes with it, is if you've got a cover garment, there's the potential for the cover garment to kind of get wrapped up in here. So while I have this holster, it works great for a Glock 26, it actually fits the 26, and it allows multiple uses in terms of different guns. If you're looking to get sort of one holster that you can use with several of the same family or series guns like the Glocks, I would recommend you purchase something like this. So they're full-size belt holster. They also make an inside the waistband holster. This has a slight cant to it. You can adjust these belt loops. Again, this rides inside the waistband. Nice thing about this, and now many of the newer holsters, the Minotaur and some of these others, the crossbreed, is basically you've got a really nice leather. I don't own one, but you have a nice leather piece against your skin, and yet you have the Kydex, so you have the rigidity to hold the space, so you can actually draw the gun, present the gun, and then reholster it without worrying about it collapsing. So that's an option to consider. So let's go ahead now and look at the Comp-Tac holsters. Comp-Tac has a whole lot of different designs. This one again is inside the waistband holster, and you can see that this is just a clip that rides over. It does a great job securing the gun, and really a nice flat package. Great carry option. Not as nice as some of the new ones that have the padding and whatnot on there, but quite nice. You will note that they use an Allen wrench for their adjustments, and so you've got to have that Allen wrench to be able to make those miniature adjustments. But again, not a big deal at all, and hex, basic hex screw, pretty straight ahead, and that works great. So a couple different designs here. This is a Glock, and we've got a Glock 34 here, again, unloaded. This is their belt holster, and I really like the shape of these, the way that it fits around the body. The Blade Tech is more straight on, where this, it's almost as if they formed it, and it's a much more natural fit, and for me it's just better. It provides a little bit of offset from the body, which to me again is a nice feature, and certainly has the benefit of allowing you, as you're drawing the gun, to get your hand in there. You can see that again with these adjustment, you can adjust the tension here of how tightly you want to hold the gun. So that's very nice. This is a Comp-Tac, and it's just a clip-on. I really like the design of these, though. These guys have done, Comp-Tac has just done a fabulous job in terms of the way that the magazine fits in there, and it really stays on your belt. Once it's on the belt, it's not coming off. I have not had these things, you're moving the holster around, come off at all. So this design by Comp-Tac is just excellent in my opinion. Comp-Tac, and in fact anybody who makes Kydex holsters, really makes them, and the more specific you can be to the gun. So this holster is a belt holster that is specifically for the M&P 9C, and it will not fit other Smith & Wesson guns. So again, we've got an unloaded gun here. So in this case, this is the M&P Pro, and the M&P Pro is not going to be able to fit in here. I mean, yes, it fits, and you could kind of get away with it. My concern is this area around the trigger, and whether or not that's going to be enough to cover the trigger, or whether it might get stuck. And again, from a clothing standpoint, what I want is I want a fully covered trigger area here, so the trigger guard is covered, so that I cannot get anything in there to cause an issue. So yeah, it's a $68 holster. Question is, do you want a $68 product that's you can bet your life on it's going to work and it's going to stay in there and protect you in a safe way, or are you going to try to use multiple holsters? If you want to use multiple holsters, go the Blade Tech roll and get the largest holster you can and work that way. But I would recommend you just go ahead and spend a little bit of money. You've got a $500–600 firearm. 10% of that cost you're spending on a good solid holster. Something I recommend that you do. This is the paddle holster. This came as part of a competition package, and I've used this a lot in IDPA. I really like it. This just slides right over your belt, and you can see it fits. But it does it in such a way that it doesn't come off. And when I bought this, Comp-Tac had a package, and you got a holster, right? Belt holster, or I'm sorry, paddle holster, with a double mag pouch. And I can't remember what the deal was, but I want to say it was less than $100. Anyway, I have been thrilled with this product. Works great. And a really nice, you go into an IDPA event or something like that, boom, you just slide this on, you don't have to be taking gear on and off. So this is a great option for you to consider. Again, with all of these Allen wrench, you can adjust the tightness of how these come in and out. This is a 9C. magazine. You can use it in here. This is a full-size M&P mag. Well, works great. So the bottom line is, when it comes to holsters, is you get what you pay for, and I do have a preference for the Comp-Tac product. I think they're really good. I actually have some AR mag pouches from them. They're outstanding. The other thing I really like about them, I'm huge on customer service, and what I like about Comp-Tac is they provide product when they say they're going to provide it. They tell you it's a 5-day time to, between the time your order's done and the production time, and they meet that, and they're really, really good about that. So that to me provides a lot of value. It may have changed when I've ordered stuff from, and this is a number of years ago, so again, please don't, it may have totally changed. When I've ordered some stuff from Blade Tech a number of years ago, I didn't have that same level of service, which ultimately led me to switch to Comp-Tac, and I have to say that I've never regretted that. Not to say that Blade Tech is not a good product and they're not good folks. It's just they had a couple of service issues dropping the ball, and quite frankly, I just didn't have time for it. So I've kind of switched over. I'm very happy I did. I think the people there are fabulous. The product is excellent. So hopefully you found this useful, and if you have any questions or comments about different holsters or my thoughts and ideas on them, I hope you'll post a comment or shoot me a comment through the inbox. I'm happy to help you with it. Most of us guys who own pistols have a big box full of holsters that they've tried over a period of time, and I really believe that the Kydex type of holster for me and for the kind of stuff I do works better than anything else, and certainly has tremendous value in terms of its durability, its ease of use, and the fact that you can adjust the tension with the Allen wrench and the Allen key here to change the tightness or the retention amount of the holster itself. So again, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for all the subscriptions and kind words from people. I certainly appreciate it, and I encourage you to get out there, have fun, and as always, stay safe.